And let's have a look. Oh, there was that wrench I was looking for. Okay. Carburetor. I know nothing about these. Nothing. I know I cleaned it, and I know that one of the jets was busted. That's about all I know. Let's have a look again. You know, I did nothing to these carburetors in years of usage of my Austin 7. I never touched these carburetors because they were so simple. What did you have to do to them? I don't know. That's the thing, I always show you this, the square end of the nut to take the jets out, but of course that's assuming that the jets are in good condition. I know that just clicks off of there, but I think I've put some gasket material on it and it doesn't want to do that anymore. Maybe the gasket material has caused the problem, like fuel pump, you know, I was worried about that. When you stab this through your finger, you know, I wish I hadn't done that. So why do I persist in doing it? That's a really good question. I'm not going to persist in doing it, actually. So there's all kinds of gubbins in here. Anyone get any idea why? What's the brass tube for? Oh my goodness. And get the butterfly valve and all that. It's possible I've messed things up by you can see one of the jets in there. It's completely buggered. I tried to get it out multiple different ways and I couldn't get it out. And I have no idea. This is called the emulsion block. This is called the emulsion block. And it's got all kinds of little pathways and stuff. And the gas goes in and out. And what happens the in between times? Your guess is as good as mine. I did put some sealant in this, right, so the gas is supposed to squirt out here from somewhere. I guess I better go research it, huh? Gas has got to come through these jets in the bottom. There's two of them. One of them will be the idle, one of them will be the running jet, I'm sure. So if either of them are buggered, does it stop? Do you only need one? Do you need both? How am I going to get that out of there? Drill it out. Aren't they just ruining the carburetor at that point? That wee needle valve seems to work okay. But see, there's no, that little brass tube there doesn't seem to do anything. Then that does something. I don't know what. There's another brass jet thing here. What does that do? Must do something. Right. Also not blocked. But what does that do? It was just loosely tightened in there, it wasn't very tight. So gasoline goes down through those jets, right? Come down through these wee tunnels here, up into the emulsion block. The emulsion block does stuff and eventually squirts out of that hole there into that bit. That's that. See that wee bit by the brass tube there? Goes in there and squirts gas, and then you open that and something happens. What does this thing do? There's holes in the top here as well. What do they do? Let's see, there's a hole there. Look, there's a hole there. Let me show you. There's a hole there. It seems to be attached to a hole there. And that's just got nothing in it. Should have a screw in it or something? So compare that to mine. This is not exactly the same as the carburetor in my car. There's some subtle differences. Earlier model maybe. Anyway, what I'm looking at is there's a little tunnel here to do something, and that's open, and that's open, and this is open. Oh, I don't see any threads that would make that anything wrong with that, but it's a 26 VA Zenith 26 VA C548 is what it says on the top of this, and I get that. I mean, everyone says they're so simple they don't need to be maintained, but it can't be that simple. I don't know how it works. So gasoline comes into the bowl, fills up the bowl. When it fills up the bowl, it hits the little switchy switch, switches off the gasoline. Now the bowl's full. The bowl is full. And what happens then? The bowl is full. And you've got vacuum drawing the gas out of the bottom of these tubes here. Right, these tubes here. Into the emulsion block. They have to get through the emulsion block. It sounds as if it does. And then flow in there. Has to get into the car. I just don't know enough about it. I need to go research it and maybe just get another carburetor somewhere. I got that jet out and cleaned it. I couldn't get the other jet out, so I couldn't clean it. One might just be the slow running jet, which shouldn't be. I mean, who cares if it doesn't run nice when it's slow? But it might not be, maybe it's essential for the car to work. I need to go and read up. That was loose. And try again, right? So let's put that in there. Put that in there. Screw these two suckers in here again. There we go. And we'll go and research what's going on here. This here is just a choke mechanism. I don't think that's relevant to anything other than we could choke it out and try and start it that way, but you need a good regular supply of gasoline to be able to do that. Let's look at the other carburetors real quick. These did not both fit in very well, did they? And we did have trouble with that supply there, but I think we got it off eventually. That does not fit on exactly. So this one, although it looks as if it would work, does not fit very well. This one fits nowhere close. Nowhere close. Well, it was an HS2, right? But that did not fit on there, not even a little bit. So we'd need to make some kind of adapter for that to fit on to our manifold. Don't have the inclination to do that right now. One of them was pretty close. I thought this one was pretty close. But I mean, I know even less about these damn things. Excuse me. I'm just trying it on the manifold. I think I actually got it to fit at one point. Yeah, it did. So that does fit on the manifold. But I need to fit that supply pipe on there. Like that. I think I drilled that out to fit. So let's just see if we can get that to tighten up real quick. We'll try this carburetor instead of that. I do know even less about these things. Jeez. Taking a bit of a gamble there. Really. Just gamble, my friend. Anyway, let's try it real quick. We need a big wrench. Monster big. Monster big? Pretty big. Well, monster big, they might be too big. like that, it's too big. Oh, look at that. I had loosened it off. Okay. So, why don't we try that then? Okay. Let's do it. Right, we're going to try this carburetor. Why not? I don't know why I gave up on it before. I think because I couldn't get that big bolt undone, but then I did get it undone. I guess I did. I guess I did. Okay. These are even more awkward. I'll get it in a couple of threads. It's on a thread. Threads. This one on a couple of threads. Really tight squeeze. Let's try it. Who knows? We might be lucky. Can't remember if this is the issue carburetor that came off this car, or I know I picked one up at some auto jumble, but I've got a feeling that's the one that's just not right. You would need some kind of adapter for it. I might work on that adapter. I did see other people making one. Can't remember how they did it. So you need to work either end of this thing. Else you ain't going to be able to screw it up. Hope I can screw it up anyway. There was some reason for us not using this before, do you remember? I think it's because I couldn't get the gas supply pipe onto it. Can't actually remember why. That was a long time ago. It's over a year since we got this car, this chassis I mean. Do you realise that? It's a year I've been trying to get this damn thing started. Including going back to Scotland, picking up another starter, another distributor. But we do have good spark. That's something, right? Must be something. Yeah, see those bolts are actually hitting on that. Let me tighten that up. The bolts are hitting on the carburetor. That's probably why I didn't use it. You need to shorten manifold bolts a little bit, which I would be loath to do, you know. Loath to do it, darling. There's a piston inside, top part here, you know, this part, there's a piston inside. Can't remember what they call these now, constant velocity or something. Just pinching these up because I really don't know what I'm doing. And then I'll tighten this up a wee bit because I really don't know what I'm doing with that either. But we'll tighten up a wee bit anyway. Okay. Let's say that's that. Let's put that fuel pipe on there. Put this on here, screw it. That fuel pipe is now loose compared to the other fitting, it was tight. That again.